Well, hey, how you doing today? How's your week been? Well, you know what? Good or bad, I hope that you'll kick back right now, relax, and give me an opportunity to lift your spirits a bit. Because you know what? Today is the Friday Pick-Me-Up. Oh yeah. Enjoy. Hey, welcome back to another installment of the Friday Pick-Me-Up. My name is Frank Lowe, and I'm with Quality Works Graphics and Illustrations. If you're wondering what this is all about, well, it's basically us coming together and sharing those things that encourage us and lift us up during the week. Okay? There's so much negativity out there. I like to try to push it back a bit by us coming together and sharing those things. And I have so many awesome times and of encouragement and things that lift me up during the week that I've decided to try to commit myself to being here with you guys every Friday to utilize those things that help me to perhaps maybe help you a little bit. So anyway, before we get started and we dive in, I want to share a little something with you that speaks about something that I do for my living, okay? And after just a couple of seconds, we'll come back and get involved, all right? So I'll see you in a bit. Hi, my name is Frank Lowe, and I'm the art director and owner of Quality Works Graphic Design and Illustration. I just want to take a second to thank you for stopping by. Please take a minute to see the many ways that Quality Works can assist you. I know that you'll feel more at ease about moving forward with your business, organization, or personal graphic needs. Whether it's your children's manuscript that needs illustrating, or wanting to put your best foot forward in a competitive market, Quality Works will make it easy. I'm sure you have a lot of questions, and it may seem a bit overwhelming. At Quality Works, we'll help you every step of the way, taking that guesswork out of this exciting and truly important venture. And we won't stop until you're completely satisfied with your new professional look, or you have a book in your hand ready for publication. Thanks so much, and I look forward to speaking with you very soon. Hey, see? That was painless, right? Anyway, now you know a little bit more about what I do for a living. Also, what I'd like to do right now is tell you a little bit more about who I am and why I do what I do. Like I mentioned a little bit earlier, it's about us growing together. It's about us gathering those things that encourage us and grow us and help us in the knowledge of who God is. And it doesn't always have to be from the Bible and stuff like that. Sometimes, man, God speaks to us in so many different ways. There's ways that just in walking in this life, God speaks to us through everything He can, you know, and those things that lift you up and make you feel good, this is a perfect forum to share those things, and we can all get something from it too. So I've created this situation to where we can come together and share those things that lift us up. I mean, truly make us happy, so we can all be that way. And to tell you a little bit about who I am, I will tell you something, but I don't want to say it in a manner in which I'm trying to talk you into trusting me. I never ask anyone to just take me at my word. I encourage everyone to test everything that I say, because I don't want you trading in the world to trade in those things you were told by a church that were, you know, whatever they were doing, and then me saying, no, now just listen to me and just believe me. That's not how we do things, and that's not how we have a relationship. I can't have a relationship with my wife through someone else. It's got to be her and me. And so I always encourage everyone that listens to me or asks me any questions, test what I say to you and make sure that I'm not wrong. Because even if if I'm wrong, I don't want to be wrong. I want someone to tell me I am, so I can grow and change those things that were wrong in me. So it's very important. And so anyway, to tell you a little bit about myself, long story longer. Basically, I come from a dark place, and I came from a spiritual place, and now I'm in the middle, okay? And I'm not saying I'm playing the fence. I'm saying I'm in a perfect place right now, okay? I traded in the shackles of the world and I traded in the shackles of just saying what the pastor tells me to say to trading them all in just to be free to hear the Word of God in the voice in which God says it to me first. And that I am able to not have to first say, does this coexist with what I've been told, and how am I going to make this square fit into the circle hole? I am fluent with God now, and what I do is every day I seek His truth, and I've labeled myself a truth seeker, and I desire that we all become that. Just finding out what God's truth is, and that's what I dedicate myself to, for first myself, and then to my family, and then to you. Finding out what God really is saying and why He's saying it and how I can apply it. And then after I do those things, I want to get them and share them with you. And because I'm in the place I am, having my own business and things like that, and God providing for me through that business, I don't have to deal with influences, okay, like the church or the world or anything, or even, any place, okay? It's just me offering the truths that God has given to me to you, okay? So I hope that answers questions about who I am and where I come from and all that stuff, and the purpose of this, because this can be a very important time for us. And I believe that if we're diligent and faithful to bring these things that encourage us and grow us, we can all grow together, and we don't have to reinvent the wheel for ourselves in every situation. We can grow quicker and more swiftly. So anyway, let's get busy, man. I want to get into it. And so right now I'm going to place the verse of the week up on the board, and then we'll dive in. Okay? Please come back. And our verse this week comes from the book of Isaiah, chapter 41, verse 10. And it says, "Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, for I am your God. I will strengthen you. Yes, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand." All right, here we go. I'm really digging this, because can you see the things that connect this week's verse with last week's? It's really cool. And you know what? I gotta tell you, this isn't orchestrated by me. I pray to God and I say, God, tell me what I need to know, and then allow me to put it together that I can apply it to myself and then be able to deliver it to you. Okay? And I know where I want to go with this. I mean, it's the Friday pick-me-up, so I want something that's going to pick you up. I'm not going to write something that's a downer. I don't want to lift your spirits. But God took me to this verse, okay, Isaiah 41:10, which is perfect, okay? And it's the next phase. And, last week we talked about the verse in Proverbs where it spoke of the righteous will not be uprooted, okay? That's foundational truth, man. Something very solid, very encouraging, okay? And then God gave me this verse this week, okay? And it's like the next step, okay? Because look what it says. It says, "Fear not, for I am with you." Okay? That's a reminder. Okay? Do not, it says, "Be not dismayed." Okay? Why didn't he just say, "Fear not"? Why did he use dismayed? Let's read the literal term of what dismayed means. Okay? It says, dismayed, to cause to lose courage or resolution from alarm or fear. Okay? So we're not talking about somebody who was afraid and didn't know him, know God. We're talking about somebody who does know and has a relationship, but has grown weary. Okay, someone who is starting to feel the blows again. Not standing behind God, and they're getting a little punch drunk. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, God is speaking to them. He's speaking to us, man. Because see, we don't come to God and become superheroes, okay? We're still subjected to every single thing we ever were. But we have God in our defense, and we have God as our strength. So we're not dependent upon ourselves and us mustering up courage and strength of our own. We can rest in Him. Come to me, all you who are, weak and heavy laden, and I will give you that rest, okay? I kind of butchered that verse a little, but look it up, man. It still means the same, all right? But anyway, getting back to this, he's not talking about the weak who didn't know him. He's talking about those who are losing faith, okay, in their walk that they already have. And he says, "For I am your God. I'm your God." You know, he's saying, think about what God means. It's not my name. It's my title. It's what I am. And it's all that I can do for you, okay? And it goes on. "I will strengthen you." Does that mean that we will have strength now and we can go out and fight? No. He is the strength that we give ourselves over to, so that we don't have to be weary. We don't have to be in this place again where he starts talking to us. We can realize that he is God. He is our strength. When I pray and I'm asking God for strength, I'm not saying give it to me. See, because if he gives me strength, it will eventually end. And I don't need to do that, okay? I'd rather invest myself into his strength and say, "God, be my strength and carry me," you know? I know that there's a lot of people out there that says, you know, God helps those who help themselves. You know what? That's not, you know, they say, "I got that out of the Bible." And I say, yeah, you sure did, because you sure didn't find it in the Bible, you know? Thank you. Wait for the applause. No, I'm joking. But you know what? And I'm not snide with people that way. But I do let them know that's not something you'll find in the Bible. Okay, Benjamin Franklin wrote that. And it was not any verse that God has placed in his word. Because it would be a contradiction to everything that God's about. His love and his mercies and his grace and stuff. He's not going to say, "Let me see what you can do first, and then I'll help you with whatever you have to have my help with." No, he comes in. He meets us where we're at. And he gives us the boost we need. He carries us and lifts us up to his high place. You know, he helps those who can't help himself. You know, so that's a lie. God is all loving. He loves us, and he doesn't want to see us down and stuff. So he reminds us again, I'm your God. All right? Think about it. I will strengthen you. Yes. Like, yes, man, seriously. Yes, I will help you. I'll help you in any way I can, which is always. And I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Okay, he doesn't even need both hands, okay? And in fact, he carries the entire universe in one hand. Okay, and that's brought up in other verses. And look those things up. Okay, my righteous right hand. Remember the word righteous? Yeah, well, it's back again, huh? The righteousness is basically the justification from God. And we are not righteous on our own. It's righteousness given to us from God. Okay? And the righteous cannot be uprooted because God holds them tightly in their hand. And what is in God's hands cannot be plucked out. Okay? And here it is again. God revealing that truth, locking it in from the verse before, right? See how when God's talking to us, it's a constant conversation. And we can tune in and out of it. Then God will pick up where we left off every single time. I mean, we stopped talking last week, talking about the righteous, and God picks it right up again and says, you know what? And this week, I'm going to tell you where righteousness comes from. My right hand that upholds you. That's the righteousness that will keep you from being plucked out. It's the righteousness that will assist you here and keep you going. But what do we do? What is it that God calls us to do? He's not calling us to do anything, man, but love Him. He wants us to just invest ourselves in the relationship. And in doing so, what do we do? Okay? What do we do in any relationship? You know, what's the easiest way to know God? His Bible, this series of books. That's a book of love, man. It's a book that talks to us about the whole foundation of why He did anything for us. He wants love from us. He wants to love us. So He gave us this book, and it's the most fluent way that we can learn about Him. And what do we do from there? I mean, how do you grow in a relationship with someone? How do you get answers about them? You ask them questions, and that comes from speaking with one another. So what does God say from that for us? Pray. There's no other way we can talk to God unless we're praying, right? That's how we talk to God. And he's always there, ready to listen. That's, oh my goodness, that gives me so much gratitude. I mean, when we place ourselves in the right spot with God, and we realize how much love is being given to us, how much grace over everything that we keep doing wrong, but God loves us over that and just sees his payment instead of what we actually do, you know, and all the things he does to maintain this relationship with us, it makes me so grateful to him. And you know, some people just say, no man, I don't want to be with God, you know, I'm not ready for that. I don't want to lose my Sundays, you know, like that's anything. But everyone thinks of it as this burden. Walking with God is so hard. You know what? People make it hard. Really, all it is any type of relationship that any of us have. And we have relationships. None of us, you know, if you go out anywhere, there's a form of relationship. Even communicating with people that you just run into on the street. That's a relationship. You're relating, okay? And God just wants that simple thing with us. You know what? Come to me. You know, let me know you love me. Start that relationship with me. You know, like a man and wife coming together, the man asking that woman to marry him. Start that relationship with me. Say, I love you, God. I want this relationship. Come into my heart. Come into my life. Let's get this thing going. You know? And then you move on from there. And then you inquire, God, who are you? Who are you? What does this God title mean? You know? Show me you. In my life and in my world. Show that to me. It's awesome. I said that to God. And man, it blew my world wide open. Okay? Because there is stuff going on, and when God gives you eyes to see him and ears to hear him, your whole world changes. And it's awesome. Okay? I have this. I'm not a weirdo. I'm not some kind of freak. Okay? I'm talking to you, and I have this bravery, and I'm able to sit here and tell you in all confidence, God is real. The facts are all in. God is real. And if you want that, say, God, show yourself to me. You know, start that relationship, inquire about him, get into his word, because when we ask the question, who are you as God? He says, read. And then start seeing me. Okay, learn my voice so you know when it's not my voice. You know, learn those things, and we should be inquiring also. You know, who am I supposed to be to you? See, because people that come to the Lord, they have this youth and they have this energy, but really all they're equipped with is knowledge and not a whole lot of wisdom. Okay, and that's why I always encourage new Christians and new believers that begin their walk with God to really indulge in the reading, really get into the truth, because that's what's going to tell you who you're supposed to be and what all you have in him. See, because the first thing a new believer wants to do is run out there and tell everybody, you know. And you know, when I got engaged, I wanted to tell everyone. You know, when I became a Christian, I wanted to tell everyone. But what happens is it morphs over time. And what was exciting and new and you wanted to share with everyone almost turns into this work. And pretty soon you're working at it and you're pushing it out there and you're saying, look what I'm doing for God. Okay, and now it's turned into something totally different. Now that's just works. Okay, and that's not how we gain favor with God. We have his full favor. We have his full love right from the start. We don't have to do that. So, you know, chill, okay? And this is where we get these people. There was a video I watched earlier in the week where this one guy gets on a bus and starts yelling out scriptures, okay? And everybody, it's early in the morning. Everyone's like, dude, I haven't even had my first cup of coffee yet, and you're going to do this to me? Come on, man. You know, and even I would have done that. You know, anybody, logically and reasonably would have been going, dude, what? Seriously? You know? And he's screaming out verses from the Bible, okay? I'm not putting him down for the heart he has to serve. Okay, God bless you. Okay, but this is a matter of just having God's truths without the wisdom on how to utilize them. Okay, God does not call us to go in and bug people with him. Okay, he doesn't call any Christian to run around screaming at people and trying to, because all you're going to get out of that is enemies. Okay, God doesn't want that. He calls us to be lights on a hillside. You know, a light first attracts, and then on top of that, God says, be ready to speak my words in the right season. Okay, be ready to, when your light attracts someone to me, then be ready to tell them what it is that's in you that's so illuminating. Okay, allow that light to shine my truth onto them, which is love, man, not irritation, not annoyance, not chasing after someone's car. You know, I'm not above these things myself. Okay, when I was young in my walk, I was running into traffic, handing out tracts over in Old Town Pasadena, outside the Old Town Theater. I was bugging everyone, man. And everyone was looking at me like I had lobsters coming out of my ears because I was a weirdo, you know? But I was so zealed up. I was like, God, I'm doing this for you, man. And God's going, man, I wish you would just sit down. You know? I was misrepresenting God. That's not what he has. God himself even says to us, he has a still, small voice, you know? He's not neon signs. That's the author of confusion. That's the dude who says, yeah, keep going out there, man, scream. Who cares that they're mad at you? You know why? Because you're working for the enemy now, man. I mean, I'm not saying it can't be used. Okay, God can use anything, all right? But I can think of easier ways of being used, you know, other than making an entire crowd ticked off at you where they want to, you know. Anyway, I don't think that's a good way to go. And in fact, it's probably very dangerous. You know, somebody's going to take offense and end up getting hurt, you know, and probably hurting the person annoying everyone, you know, and God doesn't have that for us. You know, when he says that we can run to him, hide in him, and have that safety of protection, why would he subject his babies to such a situation to where we can get beaten up and even killed? Okay? That's just not right. It's not the right way to go. God is our protector. He's an all-loving dad who never wants to see any harm come to his babies. And that's us, you know? And like I was saying, knowledge, you know, is a dangerous thing without wisdom. And wisdom only comes in time. So, yielding myself to God and letting him build up that wisdom in me. I'm not saying that I know everything, and even when I know, it doesn't mean I do it all the time, okay? And just know that I have enough wisdom in me right now to keep me from jumping in the middle of a gang again and saying, hey, you guys need to know Jesus. Yeah, I did that. And I was so close to a beating that I would never forget. You know, so God delivered me from that. And thank the Lord so much, because that would have hurt a lot. But anyway, but he was like, I got to teach this clown something real fast, man, or he's going to end up dead. You know, so anyway, like I said, God doesn't call us to do those things. That is not how he has us do his word. And I know there's a bunch of Christians that may watch this right now and say, oh yeah, well, God says that we're supposed to go out and yell it from the rooftops and all this stuff. Rejoicing in the Lord and convicting others in the Lord, there are different manners in which to do those things, okay? And like I said, saying I love you to somebody is a lot better than to say, you're gonna burn in hell, you piece of crap, you know? So anyway, there are approaches that need to be observed so we do them correctly, okay? And God will put those things on us when we are in him. All things are doable for those who are in Christ, okay, who walk with God. Not all things are doable because we do. It's those who are walking in him, because see, the Holy Spirit is what will be leading at that moment. So he will provoke us to do the things that are necessary at those moments that it needs to be done. We are tools. not the workers. So we need to chill on that. Anyway, wow, I went off on that one, didn't I? But just talking about this, and I'm going to recap real fast, okay? Fear not, for I am with you. Be not dismayed, okay? Don't lose your confidence, because God is still God, okay? For I am God. See? He just said it. I will strengthen you. Yes, I mean it. I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. Okay? And notice how he even said right hand. He didn't say both hands. He didn't say with my full body doing it. It's effortless. He can do it with one hand. And the other one's tied behind his back. You know what I'm saying? It's easy. It's not hard to walk with God. Okay? All the little trips that come up in our lives where we see it as an obstacle and hard and, you know, really, man, it's kind of a turn off. Those are the things that man's put into it. And that's why it's so important to have your own relationship. See, it took me walking away from the church, and I'm not like against church. I'm just not in one. And I'm not saying I'm never going back either. I'm just saying I don't think there's a whole lot of churches that want to see me walk through their doors right now. But because they know me and they know what I'm doing, and I don't keep any secrets, you know. But unfortunately they do, and I do not want to be influenced by anything except for the Holy Spirit. So that's why I'm here. And then on that note, I am going to end. But you know what? I want to congratulate you again for surviving another week. You guys are awesome. All right, I knew you could do it, and you're going to keep doing it, man, because there's a plan for you. You're very important. The things you think, the way that you do things, approach things, even the way that you do your hair and walk. Okay, everything about you is so important. You are the only you there is. And man, I'm grateful to know you. And you guys should be grateful to be who you are. And hold it. Oh. I'm still here. If you guys are wondering what's happened to me, my computer has closed up. I'm gonna have to try to get in here. There I am. Sorry about that. Anyway, I'm gonna close up. Sorry for the little delay. I'm not cutting it out, man, because I really enjoyed this talk with you. And I know it's probably the enemy trying to get me to start over, and I'm not. It was a very important message, and I'm putting it out there. So, God bless you. Awesome that you made it through another week, and please remember how important you are. Remember that you are the only you there is, and your thoughts and the way that God is able to use you is only in the manner in which it can be done with you. You are the tool that is specifically designed for every purpose that God uses you for. So that makes you very important, okay? And one of a kind. And I love you. So, again, I'll see you next week. Let's talk again. I love you guys, and I love these conversations. I'll see you next time. Well, my friends, that concludes another visit for the Friday Pick Me Up. I hope it was encouraging for you, as it was for me. And if you like what you see here, be sure to click on that subscribe button below and click the like. And most of all, be sure to comment below too. Let me know those things that have encouraged you throughout your week. And if there's prayer you need, put that in there so we can all read it and lift you up. And if you need to talk with me, or you have questions that you would like answers for too, go ahead and post those things so we can all talk about it and discuss these things and get answers to our questions. Okay? Well, as always, I say congratulations for making it through another week. It is Friday, so go out, spread some sunshine and some smiles, and and I hope that you get a few smiles yourself, okay? Be sure to take care of yourself, all right? As I say every week, too, you're not just taking care of you, you're taking care of someone others love and care about very much, and that includes me, all right? God bless you, have a great weekend, and I will see you next week, all right? Peace.